Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up bobos. They don't be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, I preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Yes, my peoples, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in. You know, we got to set this phone up properly, so if any bombers or anything happens, it's still the transfer window. I know it's been a calm one for us. It's been a lazy one, but boy, you never know with the transfer window, bro. Something can just happen at any time. So yeah, my peoples, man, smash the likes, man. Subscribe if you're new. You know we're here every single day, 4:15, 4:20 with all the Man United news. We got some manager news about summertime, you know, after Carrick's done his little job. The boy Ahmad and Mbeumo are back, etc. But look at this now. Just see this little post. And it's saying, look, welcome to the hardest job in the world. One club, endless pressure. Which is kind of true. There is endless pressure. But, bro, you can't be putting in interims in there, bro. Ruud van Nistelrooy had 3 games or 4 games, whatever it is. He played Leicester twice, Chelsea. There was nothing really special. You know what I'm saying? You can't really be putting him in there. Ryan Giggs, are we being serious? We're really putting in interims. People that came in for 3-4 games. Come on, man. So I don't know why he's in. I don't know why Ruud van Nistelrooy is in there. Carrick, they're putting him in there already. They're saying endless pressure. But it is where it is. It is one of the hardest jobs in the world. Let's be real. Managing Manchester United is a crazy thing. So let's hope the best for Carrick anyway. I've got Carrick's record up as well. We're going to get into that in a minute. He's obviously, he's a slow coach. He likes to build up very slow. This is one thing that I've gathered from a lot of his tacticals, you want to call them. He likes to build up very, very slow. But we'll see anyway. Let's get into it. So that's that anyway. Let's get into a few of the news. I'm going to go to United Josh. That's like my favorite one. When it comes to the aggregate pages, United Josh, he shows the videos and all of that. He don't misconstrue nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we'll start from there and then I'll show you all the bombers, etc. So obviously we know that Carrick's been appointed to be the main man. They're making a story now out of nothing. You got some people, some of your favorite creators coming out and making stories now because we've got Steve Holland, who is this guy here. And obviously he was like assistant or whatever to Southgate. That's it. So just because this guy was assistant to Southgate, they're making some big stories saying, look, they've already got Southgate's assistant in there. So summertime comes, they're going to throw Southgate in there. Like, come on, bro, let's be serious. That's never going to happen. Southgate is not coming to Manchester United. And I'm going to show you some more stuff about that to show you why it's not happening, basically. Don't worry about that. But this is Southgate's ex-coach or something like that. He used to work with Southgate. So who knows? We'll see. So that's that, obviously. Cool. This is a little something about some Carrick ball and all of that. That's not Carrick ball there, but yeah, that's the first spell. So you can go on United Josh, you can watch some videos if you want to see some of Carrick ball and his first spell at Manchester United, etc. Jason Wilcox and Carrick worked together to identify and select the right profile of coaches to support him, blah, blah, blah. So that's something Jason Wilcox is involved as well. There was, however, widespread recognition that getting this temporary appointment right was crucial. Let me tell you, look, David Ornstein came out and spoke about this, and he said, listen, this is on Wilcox. He's the one that picked this one, this temporary thing. So if this goes bad, say Carrick is a mare. Carrick is a mare. Like we end up finishing 12, 13. We just shit. Wilcox is going to be in big trouble for it. He's going to be in hot water. And it seems like his name's already in hot water from what's been going on and everything. So the last thing that he would want is for Carrick to be a member. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was the safer route as well. You could have just went for Solskjaer, safer route. We know what we're going to get from him, counter-attack. He got a second one, even though it was like 20 points away. But he said, no, Carrick can more coach and play football. So we'll see. They were spelled out in the first team squad in a meeting with Wilcox at the training ground on the morning of Amarin's departure. And he basically said, listen, Wilcox set Champions League qualification crucial for both United's sporting reputation and their financial health as the target for the remainder of the season. We've got nothing else to play for. These players have got nothing else. They're not in FA Cup. They're not in Carabao Cup. They're not in Champions League. We've got nothing to play for. We're not going to win the Prem. Just get Champions League. It's that simple. We're 3 points away from it now. I remember, we're 3 points away from... Well, we're 3 points away from 4th. So all we've got to probably do is get 5th. Every single team is still in their competitions. Crystal Palace is still in the Conference League. Nottingham Forest is still in the Europa. Aston Villa is still in Europa. Newcastle, everyone is still about. So this is the time where we can go out there and just basically get what we need to get. So Carrick, if Carrick gets us the Champions League, remember, he is still, let me show you, look, this is the league table. Look at that. We're joint with Newcastle. Brentford's 1 point in thing, but 3 points off 4th. All we need to do is get 5th. Come on, man. It can be done. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So if we can get 5th, maybe if we even stayed where we are now, and we get Europa, I think that would still be a kind of good season for Carrick, even if we got Europa. But let's just say we get 5th. I reckon it'll be all right, man. But obviously, you got to remember this, though. Manchester United, we have to be in some sort of Champions League or some sort of Europe. If we're not in Europe, it's going to be very bad. But what I tell you about Carrick Henry, why he has to hit this target is because, bro, he knows it's a 5-month job. He's only here for 5 months. After that 5 months, he can get himself a job in the Prem. If he gets us into Champions League, Marco Silva's contract is up, Glasner's contract is up, and Iriola's contract is up. So that's 3 teams that are kind of like mid-table teams that he can go and manage one of them. Someone will take him. Simple as that. Someone will say, yeah, you know what, come true. You know what I'm trying to say? So he's going to get himself a job. We get in Champions League. The club's healthy. We can attract better players. Everything just adds up and everything's well for everyone. So everyone's in a good mood. So that's why he has to get us into Champions League. I said I want to show you in a minute about how he plays, etc., and we'll see. But that's what Wilcox is saying, and that's what Wilcox is hoping for. And he said that straight away when Amrin got sacked. He said, yo, we need to get Champions League football. We're 3 points away. Liverpool was struggling against Barnsley the other day. Barnsley should have had a penalty. So much stuff was happening in that game. They had BA shots. Liverpool might not make Champions League, bro. So if we can get 5th place, we don't even need 4th. Get 5th, we should be all right. You understand? But remember, we've already dropped points to Burnley. We've dropped points to Wolves. We've got to step our game up, bro. And we've got City and Arsenal next. Then we got some talks about Solskjaer, and this is from the Athletic, so you know it's certified. He says, some at Old Trafford also held reservations over the initial swell of support Solskjaer's candidacy attracting days. So basically, Solskjaer's name was going crazy before they'd even spoke to him. He's trying to say that he was personally baffled by suggestions that he was keen to take the role before he had even been approached. Because there was all these talks, Solskjaer saying that he's keen to take the role, he would even do it for free, blah, blah, blah. That's what was coming out. So now, when they've actually interviewed him, he's saying a whole different story now. He's saying, bro, what do you mean I'll do it for free? No, I want a bonus. If I get you lot in Champions League, I want a bonus. And I want it to be a long-term thing. As you can see here, Solskjaer was, sources close to Solskjaer believe he had the support of Wilcox and Barada and the sporting department, but were unsure he had much backing from the club's ownership, the Glazers and Ratcliffe. Solskjaer was informed by Wilcox on Monday that he hadn't been chosen, though naturally disappointed. Sources say his preference would have been to take the job again on a permanent basis. And Ornstein came out and done a little interview and he said, yo, Solskjaer's been there, done that. He's been interim and then he's made it and become the permanent. So he doesn't really want to go through that route again without some reassurance that he can become the manager again. Because he's already done the interim thing. What's the point coming and doing it again? So that's how Solskjaer feels about it. But I don't know, man. The sources and all the stuff that was coming out was Solskjaer loves this club so much he'll do it for free. He doesn't even want the money. Now he won't do it for free. He wants a bonus if he gets us in Champions League, and he wants the permanent job, which we're saying no. We want someone that can handle this club. Before Amrin can handle it, he was moving mad emotional over every interview there, and we need someone that can proper handle it. And obviously, this guy's dealt with a few of the players already as well. You got to remember, he's been in that situation. So he was trying a little thing, but he ain't going to get the job. So Carrick's got the job now. That's the situation, and that's why he didn't want it. Having failed to reach last season's championship playoffs, with Middlesbrough leaving the Riverside Stadium at 10th place finish, Carrick had started to explore post-playing avenues within the game, but away from management. So he was dropping it out. He wasn't even on it no more. Like Solskjaer, he had been working on technical advisor for UFA for UEFA, sorry, European football governing body this season, and was becoming more prominent as a media personality, appearing on Amazon's Champions League coverage and Match of the Day as a pundit for the first time, analysing games, including United's 4-2 win against Brighton in October. Those who know Carrick says he did not anticipate returning to the dugout this quickly, and have even questioned whether he sees a future in management long term. That's why it was easy for him to just say, blood, I'll just take it for 5 months. I'm cool. I love the club. Let me just do what I need to do, and then I'm going to cut. It's solidified. It said it in the Man United's put out the article, head coach till the end of the season. There's some journalists trying to just make some stuff up. Oh, it doesn't say interim in it. It don't need to say interim. It says to the end of the season. Simple as. So yeah, Carrick, he doesn't care. He wasn't even going to be coaching again. He didn't really care about it like that. And then obviously Fabrizio came out and he spoke about the long-term process. Look at this. He spoke about a few names, and then I've got a few bombers that's going to come out soon. Don't worry. And he said, look, on United starting their process to find a new head coach and who the candidates could be. Now Manchester United will start the process to understand who can be the future manager. It's going to be a long process, not a matter of days. It's going to take weeks and months. United are going to meet managers and agents. So it's not going to be no quick thing. 2 names I can guarantee will be considered by Ineos are Tuchel and Roberto De Zerbi. Tuchel is fully focused on England, and nothing can be agreed while there's a World Cup incoming. De Zerbi's focus is on Marseille. Tuchel and De Zerbi were both candidates in 2024, and they met with them. De Zerbi's appreciated by United, but he's not just the only one. Obviously, we know what happened. Tuchel and De Zerbi, he came at Fabrizio and said that they didn't decline the job. They just didn't feel like it was ready at the time or something like that. I don't know. But obviously, Tuchel's with Marseille. No one's ever going to come out and say, I want the Man United job now. It doesn't make sense. They could always talk to someone behind closed doors, get them to say, yeah, what, we're going to come for you in the summer, you're going to be on it. It's like, yeah, that's what happened. Look at Chelsea. Chelsea came out and they was putting out that they were chatting to De Zerbi behind Maresca's back while they was at the Club World Cup. You know what I'm trying to say? So you can have these little things in the background. De Zerbi was one of the guys we looked at. He's been in the Prem before. He understands it. He's got a personality where he can handle it type of thing. So they're looking at him. He's on that list. Tuchel, another guy. But obviously he's focusing on England. If he comes out right now and says, I want to join Man United or whatever, it's not going to make any sense, because England, they're going to be saying, you're not really focused on us. Your head's at Man United. You know how this thing goes. They say it already about players. If a player joins a team and then he starts playing shit, oh, his head's there, or he doesn't want to be here, or da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same situation, really. So that's that. That's what Fabrizio said about 18 hours ago. Obviously, I got more news on these players as well. Jonathan Woodgate, he arrived at Carrick this morning, 7 hours ago. There will be 3 training sessions before a massive first game versus City. So they're going to train 3 times. So surely they'll know a bit of Carrick's, you know what I'm saying, his tactics and what he wants to do when you've got 3 training sessions. These are all international players, majority of them anyway. So after 1 training session, they should really know anyway, because they're used to just switching and knowing what to do. So yeah, so Carrick's already in, man. He's already seeing what's going on. Carrick will work with the squad. He has inherited as Man United head coach of the club, having no plans to make new signings during the transfer window. But despite United's recent loss of form, winning just once in their last 7 games in all competitions, Carrick will be expected to work with the players at his disposal. Sources have said that United are aware of the need to bolster their midfield options, but with none of their leading targets available this month, United are interested in Wharton, Elliot Anderson, Belieber. The club will not make short-term signings to plug the gap. This has been said nearly every day for about a month. Like, we don't need to keep repeating this. We're not going to make no signing for someone that's going to come here for a short time. It's not going to make any sense. I really think they should go out there and go and get someone like Ruben Neves for 20 million. That's a deal. Get him for 20 million, calm. But you know them. They're not going to do that. They're saying, bruv, we want to spend on players that it's going to make sense. What is the point going to get someone that's going to be here for a few years and then we're going to try and get rid of them? Doesn't make any sense for them, which I kind of understand to an extent. But they're saying, no. I reckon if we got someone like Ruben Neves now, we would definitely get top 4. But then again, they're looking at it and saying, we've got, look, Bruno goes up to the 10 position now. We've got Casemiro, Ugarte, and Mainu that can play as the 2 in the DM role now. So we've got enough players to go all around. And then last result, we can see Bruno back there as well. If we got an injury, he can be as the 8. So they're looking at it like we've got enough players for now. And in the summertime, Ugarte probably goes, Casemiro leaves on the free. Then they go and get whatever 2 players they want to get. Kobe probably stays. I don't know what's going to happen with Bruno. There's talks about him maybe leaving. Who knows? So we'll see. Do you know what I'm saying? But they want the players that they want. They don't just want to be splashing money on no one. So obviously anyone here that's now, someone like Ruben Amorim is looking at it saying, bruv, I need signings now. I want to make top 4. I might not be here for the future. They're looking at it and saying, nah, we want to get players only for the future because it's not going to make any sense. So we'll see, man. That's what got said anyway. Sources have said that outgoings now are unlikely. Joshua Zirkzee, Ugarte, and Kobe Mainoo all expect to remain at the club this month. So obviously, there was talks about Joshua Zirkzee leaving because Roma really wanted him. Roma agreed personal terms with him, everything. And then what happened was Roma have now gone for Marlon. Roma have now got a here we go for Marlon. So they're not coming back for Zirkzee. Zirkzee, same thing. We're not going to let him go because, bro, let's just ride out the season. We've got as much players as we got. We don't want to be in a position where we're in January trying to go sign a player better than Zirkzee with a team that's going to let him go. Who's going to let him go? Who's going to let a player go right now that's better than Zirkzee to come and sit on our bench? It's not going to make any sense. Same thing for Ugarte. With a number of players returning from injury, forwards Brian and Bumo and Ahmad set to be available against City in this weekend. The United squad is almost back to full strength, and the club hierarchy believe Carrick has enough depth in his squad for United's remaining 17 Premier League games. So that goes without saying, really. That's not even a story. This is some talks about the ownership. It says that Omar Barada and Jason Wilcox spoke to Ferguson about the interim head coach position. They met over what? They met over breakfast to discuss 3 guys. Oh, okay. I thought they were going to say they were trying to offer it to him. Offer Fergie the interim. So Alex knows Michael Carrick, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Ruud better than anyone. So Omar and Jason asked for his opinion. United also declined to say whether Ferguson directly picked Carrick as his favoured choice. So Alex is wholly positive about Carrick and fully supports his appointment. He supports all of them, bro. You understand? And I don't think it should be up to Sir Alex Ferguson anyway. It definitely should be up to you, though. You're the sporting director. You're meant to do your job. Why are we going off what Sir Alex is saying anyway? I hear it if you want a little input of the person's character, whatnot, but come on, man. Like, everything just keeps going back to Sir Alex, bro. Like, he's not there nothing no more. The decision to turn over a former United player and coach was rooted in wanting to, according to a source, bring in someone who knew and understood the club. So that's what they wanted to do for the interim. Someone that already knows and understands the club, dim it down, lift up the mood, and then let's move from there. Give it 5 months and then get this super coaching, this world-class coach that is going to come and lift up the club and take us to somewhere that we need to be. Sources connected to the search said that all 3 candidates impressed Barada and Wilcox, but Carrick ultimately emerged as unanimous choice. They all presented very well, all good guys, but Michael stood out. A United source said he is a smart young coach. He isn't overruled by the club, and it was felt that he has the right leadership, authority, adaptability for the job. Solskjaer was given the news on Tuesday, so he even knew on Tuesday. This is my man's thing now. Look at this. So this is what some people are talking about with Southgate, etc. Look at this now. So Steve Holland was hired by United after Carrick and Wilcox discussed the need for a coach with experience of working at the highest level. The 55-year-old is known to be demanding and abrasive. One source said he can be cool and aloof, but Southgate regarded Holland as Holland. I'm calling him Holland as a crucial element of his reign as England manager. So this is what's going crazy now. People are looking at this one and saying, look, this is Southgate's guy. We're going to play like Southgate, blah, blah, blah. Like, come on, bro. It's not going to be that deep. But cool. Gareth was the long-term guy, somebody who the players could identify with, but Steve was the tougher figure. A source close to Southgate said Steve spent a long time at Chelsea working with Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti, and Antonio Conte. And he had a hard edge because of that. So look at that now. Look at them 3 names now. So he spent time with Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti, and Conte. Let's just take out Jose Mourinho for 1 second. Even though he's a winner. He didn't work at Man United. But Ancelotti and Conte, a lot of you lot would snap his hand off and take them now. Everyone's saying, bring Conte or bring Ancelotti. If man said they were coming into Manchester United right now, everybody will be gassed. So it wouldn't matter if this guy was the assistant or whatever. So why is everyone going crazy now? Because he's Southgate's. He used to roll with Southgate. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it doesn't even mean anything, bro. It's just because he rolls with Southgate and he was around him with the England stuff, but he was with Conte and Ancelotti as well, and they're winners. So if he come back right now with Ancelotti and Conte, no one will be saying anything. But because he's come back now, everyone's making it, oh, look, Southgate's coming in the summer. They're already bringing his assistant, blah, blah, blah. It's gas. He made Gareth realise that you have to win today as well as plan for tomorrow. Whether neither Carrick nor Wilcox have worked with Holland previously, as United saw, said that the club's England players were delighted when told of his addition to the coaching staff. But while United have overhauled their coaching team, the responsibilities for results will fall on Carrick's shoulders, of course. So it's going to be on Carrick anyway. Carrick's going to do the coaching, bro. These guys are just backup. You've got to have coaches left, right, and centre. You've got to have people with you. It's not just going to be you. So it is where it is, man. I don't think it's anything that deep. People are making it something bigger than it is. Like, oh my God, Southgate's going to be here in summer. I see United stands and all of that. I don't know, man. It's where it is. But this is a couple of them putting up to work today. Obviously, the boy Jason Wilcox, Jonathan Woodgate. Obviously, it's the first training. And Michael Carrick. Boom, boom, boom. A couple of the players, Harry Maguire, Ugarte, Lenny Euro, arriving at Carrick and all prepared for Carrick's first training session today. You know what I'm saying? While Ole Gunnar Solskjaer met with, do we see this now? This is Rob Dorset now. Dorset certified. He works for Sky. And this is what he said. Look, he said that whilst they met with him and he said, yeah, if I do a good job and get you Champions League football, what is the reward? This is what Solskjaer was saying. So before, it was Solskjaer will come in and do the job for free. Now it's, what's the reward, big man? What am I getting out of this? And then it said, I like something written in my contract that says that if I achieve that, then there's a substantive contract at the end of it, basically. No such request from Michael Carrick significantly. He has played a blinder here and managed the situation very, very well. He knows the best way for him to get the job long-term at Man United is to get Champions League football, to win matches and get the crowd behind him. And he has the perfect opportunity to do that with 17 games of Premier League remaining. So basically, I don't think we get Carrick regardless. But let's just say this geezer went 17 games unbeaten. Let's just say that, hypothetically. We beat City or we drew. We beat Arsenal and then we just drew a lot of games, but we never lost one game. He will put himself in a position where it's going to be a conversation. Bro, you'll have some people battling for him. Nah, keep Carrick. He understands us. Look at the football we're playing. We're playing good football. We're winning games. We're drawing games. The games that we're drawing were like, we shouldn't have lost that game. He does that for the next 17 games. There's going to be a lot of the fan base going, keep Carrick. He's the man. That's what they're basically saying. And Carrick's looking at it like that, the smart way. Like, bro, if I want the job long term or whatever, I'm just going to end up playing. I'm just going to do what I need to do now and then get the job. Solskjaer's gone in through the door and said, put something in my contract that says if I get Champions League, which we're only 3 points away from, by the way, then I need to be able to basically stay on. Like, you're basically like, you sold yourself. It's like trying to buy something and you're trying to negotiate too low. And they're saying, bruv, we're not going to give you the job, bro. We're not going to sell it to you. Carrick's saying, you know what? Boom, boom, boom. He's looking at the longer term. If I just go there and prove myself, I know I can do it. It is where it is. So that's what Carrick has done. So he's trying to get everyone behind him. He's trying to play the football he wants to play and do well. Get us in Champions League. Get us playing some good football, maybe. Why would anyone want him gone? If we're playing good football, imagine we're playing some good football and we're winning games and Old Trafford's a fortress again. Everyone's going to Old Trafford, taking their kids. The football's mad. We're finishing the top 4. It will be mad for him to leave. It will be a conversation. They still might go and, weigh up their options, but it will be like, oh, half of the fan base will be like, no, you have to keep him. Give him a chance. That's what is basically going to happen. So we'll see, man. Malacia's still looking to leave. Could still leave, sorry. Man United this month. Malacia is approaching the final 5 months of his contract. We'll seek clarity from new United head coach Carrick before making a decision on his future. He has generated some interest in the month's transfer window, but none of the options appeal to Malacia. So basically, if we sell Malacia now, we probably get like 3-4 million for him. Yeah, because he's leaving on a free. I know you lot have all played FIFA. On FIFA, you literally can sign a pre-agreement with any club when you've got 6 months, 5 months left. So this is the situation. Carrick, Harry Maguire, Casemiro, Jadon Sancho, and Malacia are all in the last 5 months of their contract. All of them. So when it gets to May the 20th, whatever, or June the 1st, their contracts are finished, all of them. So that's the situation. So it's just basically, Carrick, are you going to play me sometimes or not? I doubt he's going to say yes. The left back role, we could play Dorgu. Mazarawi comes back soon. If he loses today, he's back even sooner. Luke Shaw, we've got options, bro. Dalot can play as a left back. I doubt we even play him. And we haven't got FA Cup. We haven't got Carabao Cup. Bro, you're not going to get a game, bro. Every game, we need to win it. So I doubt he even gets a game. But he is going to leave on a free. And then obviously we'll probably bring someone else in. So that's the situation with Malacia. Man United were concerned by the murnings from Team Solskjaer that found their way to the public. Yeah, so this is all the talks about Solskjaer basically saying, yeah, I want to do the job for free, blah, blah, blah. Darren Fletcher was on board with a decision to switch him back to the under-18s where he can develop his development. Insiders say United management have been impressed with how Fletcher had led for the last week. So Darren Fletcher done the right thing, man. Big up Fletcher, man, because he could have been part of the coaching team. And then if it all goes tits up for Carrick, because remember, this is all short term. I reckon if it was a thing where Darren Fletcher would be here, sorry, if Carrick was here with a permanent job, Darren Fletcher will be with him. Because it's not 100%, that's where I feel like it's like, yo, I might as well go to the under-18. Why am I staying here for no reason? Doesn't make any sense. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes has got this buyout clause, 52.5 to 57 million. Valid only for clubs outside the Premier League. And there's talks that Bayern Munich might want him. So that's a buyout clause that comes active in summer 2026. That's a deal, man. Obviously, for his age, that's why they're putting it so kind of low. But it's up to Bruno as well if he wants to go at the end of it. There was talks yesterday that he wants to leave or something. I don't know how true that is, but we'll see. 57 million. Bayern Munich are looking at him apparently. It hasn't come out by someone like Fabrizio yet or nothing, but boy, it is what it is. It's only 57 million. That's crazy, man. Crazy. We got the boy Ahmad and Mbumo. They were welcomed back into training while with Manchester United on Wednesday as Michael Carrick and his coaching took their first sessions at Carrick. So the boy Ahmad and Mbumo are both back and they're going to be ready, bro. They're going to be ready to do some balling. We got some news about the young boys. Joe, Hugo, keep these comments coming, my peoples. I'm going to get these comments in a minute. Smash the like as well, man. You know how we do in the Metric community. Subscribe if you're new. Smash the likes. Joe, Hugo, and Ogane, I'm probably saying his name wrong, Ogane, have returned from their loan spells following their time away this season. Hugo joined Barnet in July, the 5th loan stint of his career, and played for the Bees in League 2 and the Carabao Cup. The 22-year-old made his most recent appearance for the Londoners in a New Year's Day win over Crawley Town. Ogane linked up with Newport County. So what we're doing right now, we keep bringing back our things. We keep bringing back our loanees of our young boys, and then we're sending them different places. I don't know if they're not really getting, I don't know if it's not working out for them or what, but we done it with that youth yesterday. The light skin one, I can't remember his name, and then we loaned him he came from Northampton and we loaned him somewhere else. So it's something that we keep doing basically. Jack and Tyler Fletcher in first team group, along with Ahmad and Mbumo. So Jack and Tyler Fletcher are still with the first team group today. I don't know why. They've stayed. We've got majority of our midfielders back and everything, but we've still kept them with the first team group. So they're still around. Yeah, so boom. It is what it is. And then that's some Nagelsmann. We're going to get into the Nagelsmann stuff in a minute and some other stuff as well. Let me get some of these. I'm going to get some of these chats. What's this guy talking about? Bro, you're going to go out today, big man. We're going to see you today, Chelsea, get pammed in the Carabao Cup, and you lot will have a trophy this season as well. You're not winning the Champions League. You're not winning the Prem. Safe. Wiz is out here trying to banter. And let me get some of these comments, man. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. Nagelsmann better than the Zerbi. Yeah, I would go with Nagelsmann. If I had to pick, I would go with Nagelsmann as well. But yeah, I wouldn't mind any. I wouldn't mind either of them, to be honest with you right now. Any of them will do. Hold on, boom. So that's that. But yeah, I would go Nagelsmann as well, 100%. Marseille third in League One. How he meant to win us the Premier League if he can't win League One. PSG's on a different thing, bro. You got to remember PSG's over there with Luis Enrique. Like, come on, bro. That's their league. Big up Mets, long time. Hope you're well. Big up yourself, Harvey, man. I hope you're good, broski, man. It's been a minute, man. How's Galatasaray keeping up over there, bro? If he is asked, could he be sacked? Bri, this is what I'm saying. Would they even bother though? With 17 games a week, 17 games a week, 17 games left. I don't think they would even sack him. I think they'll just wait till the summer and then just get someone else. It'll be too much headache. But yeah, if he is asked, we're in trouble. I'll tell you that. Metric community, big up yourself, Man United. Don't think they'll remove Carrick now. He got until the summer. Yeah, that makes sense. What happened, Mateus Cunha, bro? I need him to cut Man City and Arsenal. I hope he can get back to his normal form, start passing a bit more, man. We need to be at least asking the question for Enrique and Alonso before looking elsewhere this summer. I don't really rate Alonso, man. And he's a free at the back man anyway. We're not going to do that anymore. You've seen how they corralled Amrin. I doubt he's going to want that headache on him. You know what I'm saying? He left Real Madrid. He didn't even get sacked. So if Real Madrid's a big club and you're having headache there, imagine coming here as well. I've seen stranger things writing about Wilcox, but no single big guns. I said or mentioned he's in trouble. Only those after they don't like the dude, but I don't like rubbish reports. Yeah, true. Oli wasn't a Bandula thing. It's good he didn't get it. If we got chance with him, some people in the family, exactly, it would have been mad. But I feel like it would be the same thing with Carrick if he plays good football and we just go on a mad run. It would be like blood. Because we're so used to rubbish. We're so used to conceding. Like we concede now, and I don't even react. That's why I don't even do watch-alongs. There's no point. I'll be the most boring guy ever if you don't watch me on a watch-along. I don't even react when we concede now because I'm so used to it. We're not even losing that much games. It's the drawing. We'll be winning and then we'll concede. So I know what you're saying, bro. It's crazy, bro. The real story why United was not picked to the club, it felt a step back. Yeah, I saw that one there. They felt like it was a step back. I do have the link to the story. I saw that still. I saw that. The Zerbi slagging off our handling of Greenwood won't have, yeah, with that hierarchy, it's true. Oh my days, if Glinios brings Southgate, just delete it, it's history and what it stands for. Nah, the Southgate thing's a myth. Like I said, it's a myth. I'm going to show you that in a second. No, it's nothing. That's a myth. Ineos just want Carrick to get champs so that they are vindicated for sacking Amrin. I don't know, man. I know it's a weird one. If these people who mentioned Southgate use their brain for just 1 minute, if we wanted this dude, we'd had him already. Long time ago as well. AP, big up yourself, broski. Hope you're good. Wiz talking rubbish. Bruno getting sold within 6 months. Matt Lefty. Yeah, Ineos. Remember, I think Bruno is more slagging off Ineos. He's more saying there's no future in. They don't want Bruno to go. I don't think any manager wants Bruno to go. If we get Tuchel in, he's not going to want Bruno to go. Any manager we get is going to want Bruno Fernandes there. But I think it's a thing where he is saying, Bab, I'm fed up, man. Like, this is a joke thing. Where's Dan Go? I don't have a clue what's going on with him. Big up Broski. Big up yourself, John Wayne. I don't know about the Zerbi Marseille, bigger mess than we are. Are they? They're third in the league. I don't think they're a mess. The last I checked, they were doing all right. They're a mess. They won 8-1 yesterday as well. Look at that. They won 9-0 yesterday. They lost on penalties on basically the FA Cup against PSG. They lost 2-0 to Nantes. Cool. And then look at their last results. What? They're losing one game there and there. Like, I don't think they're a mess. Look, 6-0. Copa de France. Winning in the Champions League. Like, they're all right, bro. Look, they beat Newcastle. What? Because they're losing, what, every month? Because they're losing once a month. 5th of November, 1-0. 5th of December, 1-0. And then what? A month later after that, they lose again. 4th of January. So they're losing on the same day every month. The 5th of every month or the 4th, they lose. But apart from that, they win or they draw. I haven't seen nothing. This is what I'm saying. Look at the table. 32 points. So they seem like they're in the Champions League race, but they're calm, bro. We would love to be in a situation like that right now. We would love to be in a situation like that. I wouldn't say they're a mess. Are you confident against City? Yeah, I'm always confident against the big teams. I'm more scared of the small teams, the Brentfords and all of that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? What happened to the Prem proven thing? What was that with players? Or are you talking about with managers? Because the manager that we want him to have Premier League experience, but I don't know, man. Nagelsmann's coming. I'm going to show you that the Nagelsmann thing is in a minute. Toxic. What's toxic, bro? Let me know. So cool. Let's get into some more news anyway. But Marseille seem like they're in a good position, bro. They're doing all right over there still. All right, cool. So this is some news about Nagelsmann. Look at this, guys. So this has just come out not too long ago. I say about an hour ago. 3:39. So it's come out and says Julian Nagelsmann is interested in taking a Manchester United job if he decides to return to club management this summer. The 38-year-old's full focus is on leading Germany in the upcoming World Cup at the moment, but he views the manager's role at Old Trafford as an attractive proposition for the future. Christopher Vivell is pushing for Nagelsmann to be considered for the job on a permanent basis, and there are several candidates to potentially take on the role. So we want someone certified, but obviously, you know, Vivell's there. He's going to have his output, and he's going to say the best in Germany is Nagelsmann. This picture looks fake, though, isn't it? Look at his head. Why does his head look like that? It looks a bit fake, this picture. Like someone just put his face on the thing. Someone put a face swap on it or something. But yeah, Nagelsmann, he's definitely top deal, man. You know what I'm saying? That would be my main guy. Like, if we was to get someone, I would say go for Nagelsmann, but I don't know. He hasn't got Premier League experience, so I don't know if they would end up going for him. Maybe if they listen to Vivell, but then it's like, Vivell's not the one that's going to be under pressure. It'll be Jason Wilcox and them man there. But remember, they've got 5 months. As you saw from Fabrizio Romano, he said, bro, this is not going to be a quick process. This is going to be a long one where they're going to proper take in everything. It's not going to be no Ruben Amorim thing where we take 5 minutes to say, yeah, this is the guy. It's going to be a long process, bro. Manchester United will start the process to understand who can be the future manager. It's going to be a long process. Not a matter of days. It's going to take weeks and months. United are going to meet managers and they're going to agents as well. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's not going to be no Amorim thing. With Amorim, we kind of rushed it. We got in, who did we get in? Ruud van Nistelrooy. He played 3 games. He coached 3 games. And then we said, yeah, Amorim, come true. We're giving you a free ride for this first season and the second season. No, we don't want to throw away a season like that no more. Even though we kind of are throwing away a season, but like getting the guy in now, it's just rushing it. So you're going to give themselves 5 months. In that 5 months, they got to do all the due diligence. Can this guy adapt? Does he change mid-game? What's his in-game management like? Does he switch stuff up? Look at Emery and them and there. Like, you could be watching them. They're playing shit for half an hour. He makes a sub, and he changes 1 and 2 things, and then they start playing better. Does he do things like that? Does he adapt? Has he got tactics? Man's got to know what's going on. You can see we're not going to bring no manager that's playing a 3 at the back. That's more or less over. So they've got to take all them stuff in consideration. Can he handle the job that Man United is? Because there's talks that Amorim couldn't handle it. He was coming out in the press and he kept saying things. So these are the things that we're going to have to take in consideration to know who the guy is actually going to be. So it's going to take us a bit of time. So with that being said, we don't know what's going to happen, if they're going to go for Nagelsmann or not, but we'll see. But his full focus is obviously the Germany squad in the World Cup. And then after that, we're going to find out what's going on. And then we've got this stuff about Glasner. So there's talks. Former Man United chief scout Mick Brown has said that the United hierarchy have doubts over Glasner amid a torrid run of form for his Crystal Palace team. Glasner is another man who has been heavily linked with a move to United, but his stock has fallen in recent weeks with Palace on a run of 9 games without a win in all competitions. That culminated in an embarrassing FA Cup exit at the hands of non-league Macclesfield on Saturday. And Brown feels that the result will have raised serious questions. Remember, that's what Amorim done. He got us a mad result against Grimsby. They just done that over there. And remember, he keeps spazzing out in his interviews as well. He's doing an Amorim. He's spazzing out in his interviews and saying mad stuff. So they're looking at him and they're saying, yo, you might talk yourself out of the job, big man. You got what I'm trying to say to you, bro? Like, it's crazy. So we'll see, bro. But he might talk himself out of the job. That's what came out today. Movies will be made. Man United's first training session under Carrick. This is some pictures from it. As you can see, he's with the boy Casemiro. What's that there? Ugarte. Yeah, just a few of them. That's my man there. So, Southgate's dog. Johnny Evans is over there. And yeah, it is what it is. That's a few of the guys. Cunha's over there in the back. I think that's Fletcher as well, the young one. What's this now? What's this? Is this the protest? For 20 years since Glazers came in, we've been lumbered, crippling debt that amounts to 1 billion, and these kind of majority owners we want. Blah, 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 blah. We all need to take a stand against poor ownership of the club and demand change. Repost this so many people can see and get the message. So we're protesting them. We're protesting. Look, they've appointed 2 former City people in Oma and Jason, who brought in manager who plays with a back 3 formation, only to sack him 40 months later after refusing to back him in the January market. Boom, 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 boom. Standards have collapsed. This is what they're saying. Man United is broken. Years of mismanagement. We know this. Glazers out. We've been saying this forever, but nothing ain't changed, bro. Nothing's gonna change. They're not going nowhere, bro. It don't matter how much times we say Glazers out. We've got to do something crazy. Remember when they stopped the bus? We stopped the bus for the Liverpool game. Stuff like that. When you stop the bus and then it fucks up all their money, that's when things start happening. That's when it makes the news for the right reasons. And, oh, look, Man United fans have stopped a game. When we just keep doing all these protests, bro, they don't even care, bro. Literally, bro. The debt is strangling the club. Standards have collapsed. Fans are being exploited. Blah, blah, blah. A decade of mediocre. This is not bad luck. The systemic failure. On February the 1st, when Man United welcomed Fulham to a broken Old Trafford, the 1958 will march. We march to fight for what is ours. We march to defend our club. We march to demand change. We urge all supporters to stand with us and share our message and get involved. Manchester United was built by its fans. If the club is going to be saved, it's going to be by us, bro. We're going to do all of that. We're going to do what we can, but nothing's going to change, bro. I'll be real, bro. Unless we do something a bit crazy and we reach the news and all of that where everyone's talking about it so much. Man's been at so much protesters, bro. Nothing changes, bro. So ask me just keeping it 100%. But it is where it is, man. What's just come out? Sully. Look at the boy Sully. What's Sully saying? Is that the same thing? The protests. February the 1st, fans will always be. So this is what's going around right now. It's the protests. That's all the talk. Fulham. So if you're gonna come down and you're gonna protest, February the 1st, make sure at Old Trafford when we protest against Fulham. But this is what I'm saying, man. We've been doing this for ages, man. The Glazers out stuff. Mate, if I told you how long it's been going on for, it's crazy. But cool, my peoples, man. Let me show you some more news now quickly, and then I'll get a few more of these comments. So this is the Nagelsmann stuff. He's obviously interested in the job, but we've got to wait to see after the World Cup, etc. Malasha. Look at this geezer now. I can play the video because it's from TikTok. And he's screaming out, Onyeka, Frank Onyeka, he plays for Nigeria. I think he's playing today. He's playing Mazarari today, Morocco. And this is what he said about this situation.
What's your name then?
Onyeka.
Ah, which team are you playing for?
Brentford.
Oh, Brentford?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You want to play for Manchester United then?
Of course I want to play for Manchester United.
Yeah, because Amorim's gone now, so...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's twerking. Man said, of course I want to play for Manchester United, but I hope Jason Wilcox does not see that and think, yeah, I can go and get this guy for 15 million from Brentford, because he is not the guy that we need. He's not good enough. But yeah, he's twerking for the club, clearly. He wants to be a Man United player, but it's not going to happen. Look at this. So this is what I was just telling you about Glasner. Crystal Palace manager no longer appears cool and calm after 9 games winless run, and Old Trafford admirers will be looking on anxiously. Oliver Glasner in danger of talking himself out of the Man United job. So he's doing what Amram was doing, apparently. He's spazzing out a bit. He's saying certain stuff. He's a bit vexed. 9 games, he hasn't won, etc. And this is what the only person that's gone through something like this and he hasn't really said much is Iriola. Iriola went through like 10 games, not winning the game, and then he beat Spurs the other day, but he wasn't moving, man. But yeah, so this is what's going on with Glasner. He's not having it his own way at the moment, boy. It's crazy. And then you got obviously Sky Cover. He's saying, bro, it doesn't matter who they hire, whatever manager's going to be, nothing's going to change because it's down to the ownership model. That's it. Nothing changes, etc. And that's more or less all the news, man. And this is just some of the managers. Man United have learned a lesson from Ruben Amorim and Eric Ten Hag. Before them, they want to go for someone elite, someone who is a big name, who has the personality to cope with the size of the club of Man United and its unique challenges. You're talking about Tuchel, Ancelotti, De Zerbi, Enrique, Silva, and Glasner. I don't know about Glasner if he just keeps spazzing out. Big names who think Man United think he'll be able to cope with the size of his job. Amrin was sat last week. One thing that they learned, he was surprised how much noise was around the Man United job. How big was it? So he was shocked. He didn't even understand it was that big. So that's what he's saying. He's saying that they don't want to make the same mistake. That's why they're taking their time and they're going to go for someone that has got the personality, that knows what's going on. So there's beer talks coming out back to Zerbi, and this is probably the best news. De Zerbi on Red's radar, transfer plan for Carrick, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I like De Zerbi, bro. De Zerbi, anyone on this list will do for me, bro. Yeah, they're proper winners. They've won things. they know what's going on. Apart from the Zerbi, obviously he ain't won nothing, but I rate the Zerbi either way. But these three, come on, world-class managers. They know what they're doing. And that's what we need. We can't be trying to do what Chelsea's doing, bringing in content creators and all of that, yeah? We're not doing none of that, yeah, Wiz? So yes, my peoples, man, I'm going to let that one go anyway. That's all the news. I'm going to be back here at 10 o'clock with my 10-minute update. Make sure you look out for that with all the Man United news. Love my peoples. Smash the likes, man.
Got some celebs pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.